Oi oi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ollie. I am from Australia, but I live and work in South America, in Bolivia to be more specific. If you'd like to know more about Bolivia or more about online teaching, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to stay updated with everything coming out of this marvelous part of the world. You clicked on this video because you want to know all the good things about Wales English. Yes, and there are so many good things. I absolutely love the company. I love working for them. They're great. The community is fantastic. Oh, but I might save some of that for later. If you haven't seen my video about some of the things I don't really like about Wales English, be sure to watch that after this video, and I will leave a link here. I actually just realized how unironed my shirt is, so apologies for that, but sorry, not changing. Let's get started. So as always in all these videos, I have a little list that I have written so I don't miss anything out. So if you see me looking down or looking at the list, it's because I am looking at the list. Okay, what do I have? Number one, nice smooth entrance. When you first get hired to Wales English, you are trained to teach trial classes. Yes, after a while they can be a little tedious if you don't get regulars, but trial classes are designed so you can become comfortable with the teaching material, you can be comfortable for the platform, and it's a good way to prepare yourself for regular classes. The good thing about trial classes is that each student that signs up after having done a trial class with you, you get an extra $5 onto your pay, which is great. I actually haven't taught trial classes in over 3 months, and I started with CBC in April. So, and my schedule is full of regulars. So I haven't taught a trial in over 3 months, but I remember when I first started, I got $20 in 1 month. So that's 4 referrals. I don't know what other teachers' conversion rates are like, but I guess it's hit and miss. I'm not sure. But I honestly do think that the system of starting with trial classes at Wales English, I honestly do think that new teachers starting with trial classes at Wales English is a great way to get used to the platform, get used to the company, and become comfortable with the types of materials that are used at Wales English. However, I know there's only so much read the hen that you can do. Oh, God. I remember I think I did 7 read the hens in 1 week. Yeah. The third positive that I find that I really like about Wales was actually something that I felt a little bit scared about when I first applied for the company. And that is to open 8, I'm doing a lot of TPR, 8 peak hour slots, Beijing time, which doesn't seem like a lot when I think there's 16 available slots. Monday through Sunday, and this is like at the 7 till 9 Beijing time. So I feel like 8 slots now, having been scared at the start, is actually not a big commitment. The thing that I was more scared about was committing to 30 weeks, which is the length of a regular course. And again, I was like, oh my God, 8 fixed slots, 30 weeks, that's a lot. But now I'm so grateful that there's a minimum slot and there's 30 weeks for each regular course, because you have 30 weeks of guaranteed income, okay? So if you're working 8 classes and you have 30 weeks of income, I don't know, you go and do the maths, but it's not bad. It's not bad pay. Another reason why I like the 30 weeks is because you really get to know the students. You also get to know the parents who are often there, either helping the student or just observing. So you really feel like it's more than a classroom. So I would definitely say scheduling from Wales English, big tick to you, well done. Another thing that I really enjoy is the pay. It's $18 for each trial class, and your pay can vary between $18 and $30, I think, or is it $28? $28 or $30. I don't know anyone who's on that high end. I feel like new teachers get like $18 to $22. But again, it varies. There's so many variables that can come into consideration. Your degree, your experience, what teachers they need, if you're in demand. So I feel like your pay, there are too many variables to say how much you're going to be paid. But each teacher's pay is different. It's not like other companies where everyone gets paid the same. Wales is a little bit different in that sense. However, they also have bonuses. On the weekend, if If you teach between 7 and 9 p.m. Beijing time on Saturday and Sunday, you get $5 extra per class. And I do that, and I really appreciate the extra money because sometimes I find it a little bit of a chore waking up on so early on a Saturday morning. But then after the class is finished, you're like, oh, well, I got an extra $5, so that's great. And they have what's called a full attendance bonus. So if you teach a specific number of classes, it changes each month depending on how many days. You get a bonus, and I actually just got my first full attendance bonus this month. I'm so happy. I did a little dance because it's extra money that I received for being available, getting regular classes. Instead of my hourly pay being this, because of the bonus, it goes a couple of dollars up, which is great. I really enjoy that. I really like the curriculum. They use Bob's books, they use Reach and ORT, which is the Oxford Reading Tree. And I am told that Oxford Reading Tree is used in all British schools, I think. So it's designed for native teachers, and I really like teaching ORT because you get to know the characters. There's so much happening in the pictures that you can talk for hours about it. And I like the other two courses as well. There's enough material there to make the lesson interesting. It's engaging for the students, and they're delivered in a way. The courses are designed where each lesson has a different story. And I think that reading for learning is a great way to learn. I honestly love the fact that there's only 2 students in each class. I have one class where there's just one girl, but she's 4.5 years old and she's practically fluent. So we can have a 50-minute lesson and we actually run out of time because we're just having a great conversation about what's going on in the story, what might people be doing, predictions. But I do like the fact that classes have 2 students. It allows for peer-to-peer interaction. Wales English are big on peer-to-peer interaction because it encourages the students to listen, it encourages them to form questions. And that's the best way to learn, by them using the language. Yeah, we are teachers, but I see myself as more of a facilitator, where I encourage the students to use their knowledge and to use things learned in class to be the drivers of their learning. So personally for me, the fact that the students can do peer-to-peer interaction, it's more realistic than and less formal than teacher to student, less formal, and it allows for more flexibility. And some of the questions and some of the answers that these students come up with are just simply incredible. I think I had one of my students, we were looking at a plant, and I said, a plant, and a couple of people, I think they were watering or digging the plant, I can't remember. And I was like, okay, you ask your partner a question. And he said, okay, what is the plant thinking? And he knew that he's like, oh, plants can't think, but I'm going to make this a difficult question. And I was like, oh, bravo to you. I know that you're smart, and I know that you know a plant can't think, but yeah, you did a great job there. So he was taking advantage of the peer-to-peer interaction to test his partner's comprehension. And I think that's amazing. Another thing that I really find great is the communication at Wales English. Each teacher has a teacher consultant, which we talk over Ding Talk. And if you ever have a problem, I just message my TC, we call it a TC, and mine normally responds within an hour or 2 hours. It depends what they're doing. I mean, I don't know what their life is like, but they're very quick to respond. And if you don't get a response from your TC on Ding Talk, there is a super supportive and quick Facebook community. Yeah, you put a post in and you'll have 10 people reply, which is great to see. There's actually 2 admins on this Facebook page, and they are fantastic. I've noticed how dedicated and hardworking each of them are. And it's quite inspiring, actually. I sometimes think, oh my God, how do you actually have time to do this? Be a moderator of a Facebook page with over 1,000 members. Yeah, but they're doing a great job. And I think that the support that we are given as Wales English teachers is something that really makes me appreciate how lucky I am working for a company such as Wales. Because I know other companies, for example, my last company, Say ABC, there was no such community. Yeah, there was a Facebook page and people were supportive and blah, 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 blah. But the fact that I've got a direct contact and there are moderators in the Facebook page and people are willing to help is an amazing thing. I think one of the final things that I want to talk about is the holiday leave. And this is probably the thing that I like the most. Well, no, I wouldn't say like the most, but I appreciate the most. Every 6 months, you're given one short leave and one long leave. So short leave, I think, is between 1 and 3 days, and long leave is 3 and 14 days, so 2 weeks, right? And as an Australian living in Bolivia who likes to travel, I appreciate the fact that I have the opportunity to take a long leave and stay at the company. Because other companies, you might want to take leave, but you get penalized. Whereas this company, take 2 weeks leave, but you need to come back and teach. And I think that's a really strong point for Wales English, the fact that they appreciate their teachers and they're willing to give them 2 weeks leave without penalization. That is a massively important part of the company for me. And a reason why it attracted me. Oh, great leave policy. I can go traveling for 2 weeks, I can come back, and I can continue teaching. And that's great. I am yet to take a leave, but I feel like at the end of the year, having taught all year without a break really, I'll be looking forward to taking a 2-week break and just putting up my feet, relaxing and chilling. I actually feel like I could talk for hours about all the positives about this company, because it's really, I feel like it's a leader in the industry, because this industry is massive. You have so many companies that all offer relatively the same thing. It's the same product. We're here to teach English. But the fact that there are so many benefits, like there's so much training, looking at my list, there's so much training, there's great communication, the scheduling and the ability to have fixed hours and a 30-week pay guarantee, unless something goes drastically wrong. But that rarely happens. It hasn't happened to me yet. The content, National Geographic, Bob Books, and the Oxford Reading Tree is phenomenal. Peer-to-peer to students, it's well paid. I do like the pay. And the holiday policy, the holiday leave, is also an attraction. If you are interested in teaching for Wales English, feel free to drop me a comment. If you want to work for Wales English, use my referral link and I can give you some advice during the hiring process. And when you are hired, I can still give you advice if you so desire. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel if you want to stay up to date with all things Ollie, be it online teaching, be it in Bolivia or South America, or just be it in general. So, see you later and happy teaching.